good evening, wherever you're joining us from. I'm Charlene. Always a pleasure to be here with you, to be here now, today. Today's a intense day. You can already feel it. If you've already had your day, you probably already felt it, or you might be really feeling it right now. If you're just warming up into your day, it's going to be a good one. This morning, at about between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Eastern Time, we had an eclipse. We have an eclipse. We're in the midst of an eclipse. And even whenever an eclipse happens, there's still a shadow period on both sides leading into it. Obviously, the intensity of the eclipse itself and then progressing out of it. So there's a lot happening in the sky around us. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Good day, I should say. Tell me where you're joining us from. Drop in, say hello. It's so nice to see you all. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. It's good to be back. Good morning, Violet. Violet in New York. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Oh, you and your purple happiness. Hi, Joanna. Good evening from Beijing. Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you, Joanna. Dorothy. Good afternoon, my friend. You had a very powerful day? Indeed, yes, we have the makings for that intensity right now. And I think even beyond a normal intensity that we get, the opportunity that comes with the stillness of a new moon, which brings its own level of intensity, the normal level intensity that comes with a solar eclipse, but combine all of that with the fact that we're in Scorpio. It's a heck of a one. So, good to see you. Oh, Jeremy, I feel like I missed. Yes, I did. I missed a bunch. Jane, good morning, Jane. Nice to see you. I hope you are well. Hi, Carmina. Oh, you like the shirt? Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I thought it was very apropos, trying to bring everything into alignment today. Today's all about alignment. And to get aligned, we have to surrender. That's really what we're going to connect into today. But thank you. Yeah, I like the fact it's sparkly. I'm like a fish. Ooh, sparkles. Good morning, Mary from Cape Cod. It's nice to see you, Mary. I hope you are well. Hi, City. Rich rising to you as well, my friend. City joins us from Philadelphia. Oh, my wonderful friend from Dublin, whose name I always forget how to pronounce. Effie! Did I say that right? Okay, Jeremy just said, so hopefully I did. So, I'm sorry, I don't know why I have a mental blank on that. It's good to see you. I hope you've been doing great. Who else do we have? Nicole. I see Nicole. Good morning from Toronto. Good morning, Nicole. Nice to see you. Hey, Jane with a Y. Jane with a Y. Yep, foothills of Northern California. Such a pretty place. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Jackie. Nice to see you from San Francisco, of course. Hi, Anna. Good afternoon from Portugal. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. We're glad you're here. Hi, Carrie. From Canmore, Alberta. Good morning. I'm glad you're here, Carrie. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you too. I don't think we've technically met before, so hi. Jeremy. There's so many comments coming in. Like, whoa. Okay. Queenie, perfect. Queenie from London. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. If y'all haven't been here, if you don't know, Jeremy's my wonderful husband, and he runs all the tech stuff back there, and God bless him, he has his hands full. And so every time, whenever when the chats come in, it pushes it back to the bottom. So if I haven't made it all the way down, it's on me. I gotta get my program over here. Hi, Ileana from Moscow. Oh, it's so lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope all is well for you. It's good to connect. I love we're such a multinational crew today. Wen, speaking of, good morning from Singapore. Hi, nice to see you. I hope you're you've had a good day and are preparing for another great one in front of you. Hi, Serenity. Good to see you. How are you? Oh, friend Serenity. Always brings peace when I see your name. I wonder why. Hannah, good morning from Tacoma, Washington. Thanks for joining us, Hannah. Hi, Debbie from Seattle. Hi, Jose. Good morning from Rhode Island. I love it. We have quite the crew today. Effie, yeah. Aoife, yeah, but it's all good. Nobody can say it. Well, apparently we can't either, but we're going to work on that. Jeremy, would you please write that down for me, honey? just like make a note in the back, and I'll put it on the back window. Aoife. Thank you. Thank you for your grace. It's one of those days. Ginger, good morning from Seattle. Good morning. Charlene. We have another Charlene. Look at that. It's like I'm talking with myself. It's nice to meet you, Charlene. There's not many of us. From the Carolinas. Which Carolina? North or south? East or west part? Cheryl. Hi from Virginia. Oh, beautiful state. Jeremy and I got married in Virginia. Virginia's for lovers. It's a beautiful, beautiful area, too. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for being here, Cheryl. And I love the spelling of your name, too, with a double L. Very cool. That's good alignment. Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee from Sydney. Good day. Good to see you. Zerelda. No, that's not it. Is that an I or an L, honey? Zarita? Zarita, probably Zarita, from Johannesburg, South Africa. Well, if I mispronounce, please forgive me. You'll have to let us know how to say that correctly. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, it makes me think of a dear friend of ours from South Africa, Stelio. Good memories of good friends all around the world, always. Thanks for contributing to that happiness. Hi, Linnea. Good morning from Massachusetts. Hello, hello. Hola, hello from sunny Poland. We definitely, man, we're representing today. You guys are a multicultural crew. I love that. And it's interesting because one of the things that we do is we connect with the energy of the group that's here. We connect with the energy of the sky, of what's going on around us. And then me, myself, and I, you and I, and the bowls, we create vibrations that help bring us into a centered point of alignment based on what it is that we're focusing on for the day. And our theme and focus for the day always somehow connects to what's going on around us. So today obviously is a big day because we're connecting with the new moon, the solar eclipse, and we've just started Scorpio season. So it's a very deep day. So I can feel all. So all of that to say that what we do is really connecting in with this energy, and it makes sense because this energy that I'm feeling today is very wide, vast, and it has a really interesting depth to it too. So it almost feels like if you were holding a glass globe that held the entire ocean in it. It's kind of what it feels like of just watching the water sort of move and dance all around. It's a really fascinating energy to kind of feel inside and witness. So thanks for that experience. Harmony, Charlene, you're from South Carolina. It's a good state, pretty area of the country. Harmony, we are glad that you were here as well. And it's your first time from Southern California. Another pretty part. Man, this world's just beautiful. I have to tell you, we are very blessed to be where we are in the time and day that we are, no matter how challenging our life may seem. For such a time as this, man, we are here. So, oh my goodness. Hi, Nicole. Good morning, Nicole. I am happy you are here as well. Happy new moon to you too. Hope you're doing great, Nicole. Zoraida. Yeah, I was nowhere near that. Forgive me. Zoraida. Perfect. Jeremy, would you please make a note of that one? He's making notes of this for me. What a beautiful name. That's exquisite. So exquisite. Nicole, yes, Missouri. Wonderful, wonderful Missouri. Hi, Tea Lady Nat. Good to see you. Good morning from Maryland. Hi, Doug. What's up? How are you? Doug joins us from New Jersey. Jenna from Toronto. Good to see you, Jennifer. Dorothy, I love Dorothy, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, Dorothy, besides being our amazing resident baker, she's not really professionally, but I like to say that she is because she makes cakes all the time and then tempts us with the, what she tells us that she's made, always makes me very, very hungry. Dorothy's from Scotland, but she's saying her dad was Polish. I love that. Just like Ola. Beautiful, beautiful country, yeah. Hi, Carolina. Good to see you. Of course, joining from Cape Cod. Hi, Deanna from Alberta, Canada. Oh, Zoraida means star. Of course it does. Beautiful. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Hi, Monica. Joining us from the Big Apple. I hope you're having a good day, Monica. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Kate. Good morning. Kate joins us from Chicago. Yeah. Dawn, good morning from Nevada. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Let me tell you a little bit about what to expect. So today, in front of you are 13 chromatically tuned crystal singing bowls. These bowls are made out of more than 99% quartz crystal. And the quartz crystal is highly conductive of electricity, vibration. And you are vibration. You are also electricity. So the energy that your biofield is emitting at any given time, kind of like the vibe you get when you walk into a room or when you stand next to a person in line and you feel their vibe, it's the same thing that's happening right now. So it's my responsibility, as best I can at any given moment, to tap into the energy of the collective here. So the first thing that we begin to do is we begin to retune. So we come into a central point of agreement, basically, where we all feel comfortable. You can come in or stay as far as out as you are comfortable, and every day could be a little different. Sometimes I've witnessed people want to be right smack dab in the middle of the energy. Sometimes people are like, I'm just going to observe. However you want is totally fine. You don't even have to engage. You can just witness. So whenever we begin to retune and we come into a point of alignment, we then have the opportunity to use the bowls, the vibrations that will be generated through these powerful bowls, to release so that we can begin to receive and replace any sort of energy that we've decided no longer serves, bringing in that which does. So for whatever reason, this bowl is really wanting to communicate. So there's something in the resonance today that it's speaking to. So every session's unique, different. No two are ever the same. You can never walk through the same river twice. And it makes sense why this bowl's speaking. So today, the solar eclipse is happening on a new moon, but the moon is also is making a conjunction with the sun. It's what happens whenever we are in this sort of celestial configuration. But the planet that's being affected is Venus. So Venus, it has this very sensual, earthy, beautiful, artistic, grounded. It's all about connection. Venus relates us to the experiences of life, not experienced singularly, but experienced together. So this is a D, and the D, this note itself, most directly connects with our second chakra, which also has very similar types of connecting, creating, sensual, experiential types of sensations that also connects with Venus. So what makes this, so it's interesting that we're really trying to, that this bowl's just wanting to speak. The other thing too is that, so we're diving into Scorpio season. And right now the moon is in Scorpio. So Scorpio is ruled by two major planets. One is Mars. We know Mars, that fiery passion. Get it done. Mars and Venus are always in direct opposition. Now they can work together harmoniously, but the energies tend to be diametrically opposed, which is fine. In life we need opposition to create friction, which creates movement. And movement is how we create, we move out, and we express through the world. So there's nothing wrong with that. Mars more directly connects to this note. Now I was playing at exactly the same speed. I was also playing with the same intensity, and you could tell how much more this note already began to take over. And that's just a function today of the intensity of this kind of polarity that we're experiencing in the sky. This E connects to our third chakra. It's that where your power, your fire is, connects to Mars. The other planet that Scorpio really connects to is Pluto. So Pluto, we know from mythology, if anybody read the Edith Hamilton book back in the day, mythology in high school, and that was required reading. It's the underbelly, it's the shadow side of life, which also is very much what Scorpio's about. Scorpio's all about transformation, and it's not easy. Scorpio asks us to dive deep, to find the places where shadows exist, so we can look at the shadow and bring it to light. Otherwise, if we always stay in the light, we actually never get out of these cycles in which we sometimes find ourselves stuck. And that's because we get stuck from the things we don't focus on, the things that we're not aware of, the things that we haven't chosen to shift, to release, to make anew. So Scorpio season comes at a perfect time. We've just come out of this beautiful balance of Libra season where everything is, we can find peace and it's easy, and we can move from a place of grace because everything tends to flow with a little more balance and ease. Scorpio's like, you know what? We're going to get down to business. So add the intensity of this getting down to business, really beginning to reflect and look at your own shadows. You see, eclipses happen in what we call seasons. They basically happen twice a year. The first eclipse season earlier this year was in May, and it kind of set us up for where we are today. And this next 6 months will follow what's going to be happening, this information that's coming to us today. Not all transformation is going to happen today, but the revelations will. They will begin to be sparked. You'll have awareness of them, and then they'll begin to multiply and magnify. So knowing all of this intensity is around us, being aware that we have an opportunity to step up. One of the easiest things I have found that we can do to initiate a strong change is to surrender to the process, knowing that you're stepping into a point of self-development, of realizations that may not be comfortable. It's not nice to think, oh, really? I do that? I had no idea. It's not nice to think, oh, wow, this person that I love very dearly, they do that, and that doesn't work, and it doesn't actually work for me, and I need to be able to find a way that I can communicate that from a point of love. There's lots of challenges that come up, but it's if we can approach our transformation with an open heart, a place of surrender, that love and beauty will help us rebalance back into the fullness of the expression of ourselves. So I invite you now to take a deep breath. Find a comfortable position, either seated or laying down. If you're going to be seated, you may just want to put a little cushion under your seat. When you do that, it actually gives just a little bit of space between your first chakra and the ground, the floor. When we're working energy, it is actually very helpful if we're working into different layers into our system. See if that works for you. It may not. That's fine. You do you. Just a suggestion. So, as you find a comfortable position, begin to take note of your breath. Breath work, and I think we're going to start with some breath of fire. There's a lot of intensity that's going on. Sometimes meeting intensity with intensity, we'll begin to turn down the volume just a little bit to make it a little bit more manageable. So if you're familiar with breath of fire, how it works is it will begin with an exhale through our nose. I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm gently pulsating using my diaphragm, my lower belly. That diaphragm connects right here into this bowl. We're going to do about 50 breaths. You only fill your lungs about 2/3 of the way. But every time that you breathe, it's an intentional focus outward, moving energy. You're going to feel heat rising and building in your system. But ultimately, it will release. If you get lightheaded, just stop, let it go. It's okay. If you know of any specific contraindications that this doesn't work for you, honor those. If you're pregnant, I probably wouldn't advise doing this. So, whenever you're ready, take a deep inhale through your nose, and then exhale quickly, sharply through your nose. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, like this. Keep going at your own pace. A few more moments. Let it go. Reorient yourself however you need. You may find that was very helpful for your physical body. There are some of you that really liked that. If you would like to do a second round, go ahead and do that now. Begin and move at your own pace. If you'd like to sit in stillness, focus on nothing right now but the inflow and the outflow of your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Beautiful. And in your own time, come back to stillness. Take a deep inhale in, hold that breath. And then let it go, let it melt away. If you have a grounding practice, I invite you to begin grounding. If you don't, think, imagine, or feel a golden cord of light that begins at the base of your spine in your first chakra, and it descends through the floor into the ground, all the way down into the very center core of the planet. You can witness the cord, this golden cord of light, begin to wrap around the core of the earth, coming into a point of connected alignment. Good. This can be your centralized point at which any and everything that you're ready to release, you can just gently direct down your grounding cord. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's just transformed. So allow any energy that you're ready to let go of just to begin to trickle down this grounding cord. Some of you, it's a rushing waterfall. Others, it's just a very gentle release. You find your own pace. It's perfect. vibrations of the bowls will begin to loosen energies that have been stuck. Perhaps energies you weren't even aware that might not have been flowing as easily as they could. Anytime you see this, just surrender, allow. Transformation becomes easy when we let go. Is the junction point. It's a seat of your fourth chakra, the anahata. Your anahata is a junction point between your upper and your lower chakras. Chakras simply mean energy centers. We delineate them into 7 main chakras. We think of, oh, we have our 7 chakras. We actually have more. Many more. But we sort of partition them into these 7 main groups as a way to connect to specific energies that all of the various chakras within our bodies bring. So just like my shirt coming into alignment, we're going to begin to witness any energies in our body that pull us off of center. Now, you may experience this in your mind's eye. You may experience this, you may see it in front of you. You may experience this with sensations in your body. It could be a place of pain, discomfort, it's nagging in my shoulder, tightness in my jaw, a heaviness on my chest, a weakness in my low back, a twinge in my knee, instability in my ankle. Right now, from a point of compassion for yourself, knowing that all of these things that you're seeing are simply friends. They're messengers. Some say they're messages that we give ourselves. Allow these messages just to deliver whatever information that they need to, and then let it go. The information may come very distinctly, very boldly. Let go. Move forward. You are stable. You are safe. It may just be a sensation. Oh, this feels better if I just let it go. anything that no longer serves me, that moves me away from my place of joy, that prevents me from knowing the truth of who I am, that keeps me in a sense of falsehood. No matter how challenging the revelation may be, I surrender to it, and I welcome the opportunity for transformation. So right now, I'm just going to let go of anything blocking me from my transformative miracle. may feel a sensation already happening in the back of your head, either at the very base of your skull, at the top of your neck. You may feel it just back here, anywhere in the back of your head. But really, let's see if we can focus. If you were just to gently cup your hand, the back of your head, and you may want to do that just to bring attention into this area. This area connects us with an authentic ability to speak truth to ourselves. It's moving between our 5th and our 6th chakra. So the 6th, that seat of intuition, the knowingness, sometimes things we know that we know. And the 5th chakra, expression, our voice in the world. But it's also our voice to our world. It's a place of truth. So from the back of our head, just gently, quietly, set the intention that you would like to reveal to yourself, consciously or unconsciously, anything else that you're ready to transform. Some of you will begin to see that as there's more release. I invite you to begin to continue with that release. Some of you may begin to also see, you may feel an energy, you may see a color, you may have a sensation, you may hear something coming towards you, something that is revealing itself. It may be coming up from the inside, bubbling up into your awareness. It may be approaching, almost like a friend gently whispering in your ear. Just begin to find that truth of your transformation today. Now begin to enliven whatever that truth of your personal transformation is. Maybe grounding, maybe continuing to release. You may continue to release whilst you bring in something new. You may be bringing in something brand new, information, experiencing knowledge, having a knowingness that maybe wasn't connected before. There's power in your truth. Take a deep breath in and hold, hold, hold. Let it go. Good. Now I invite you to think, imagine, or feel. See in front of you a color. Your color, which may be different from my color or his color or her color. the color that to you represents surrender. Not from your logical mind. Surrender. See your color of surrender. For some it's yellow. For some it's a beautiful coral, rose, beautiful color. Some it's red. There's blue. There's green. The color doesn't matter. It's the vibration that we're looking for. The specific vibration you need right now of how you connect with surrender. Remember, spiritual surrender is always safe. It's when the ego pushes against us that we actually move away from our connection, from love, from safety. We move into some place that's not truth. Surrender is truth. What is your color in truth of surrender? Begin to see that. See it in a rose in front of you. A beautiful flowering rose. There's nothing prettier than that. That Venus side of you, that feminine, creative side of you, artistic side that all of us have, begins to dance and sing as that feminine aspect of you, witnesses this beautiful rose in front of you. Now begin to invite that rose towards you. And as the rose comes towards you, with your mind's eye, in your hand, take that rose and just gently hold it at your heart, holding this vibration of surrender here at your heart, knowing this true connection brings us to a point of safety, permission, of truth, of beauty. Connection. If you would like to invite this color into your space, into your physical body, your energy body, however you perceive it, go ahead and bring this color in. Allow that color, your color, just to flow all throughout your system, any and everywhere that you need to absorb this color of surrender. Breathing in, feeling the joy, the happiness, the connection, the truth. Take a deep breath in, hold, hold, hold. Let it go, let it go. Feeling that color, that surrender, pulsating through your entire system. There is strength in letting go. Sometimes in life we find it's more challenging to let go than it is to try to hang on tightly, right? When we allow, we can more fully receive. I'd like to invite you now to bring your attention to the base of your spine and to your first chakra. Think, imagine, or feel a beautiful ruby red. The color of a magnificent ruby red rose. Good. Invite that red color into your first chakra. Just feel that red filling your entire sacral area, your hip area. Letting it flow and pulsate. This is your Muladhara chakra. And the sound that activates your first chakra is Lam. 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 Moving your attention up to your second chakra, the place of your navel, the Svadhisthana chakra, bringing in a beautiful orange. Letting your belly be filled with this orange light, radiating, pulsating. The sound that activates the second chakra is Vam. 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 Your attention now to your third chakra, your Manipura. Here, in your diaphragm, right under your ribs. Bringing in a magnificent yellow. Let's bring in a yellow, a citrine yellow today. But find your yellow. Your yellow may be a little different. That's okay. Bringing in your yellow. Allowing it to fill all throughout your lungs, breathing in this powerful place. The sound that activates the Manipura is Ram. 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 Allowing your attention now to glide into the place of your heart, your fourth chakra, the Anahata chakra. Anahata means the unstruck sound. How do you create a sound without combining connection? It's resonance. Your heart is that seat of resonance. Bringing in a beautiful emerald green, like the color of an Irish countryside. And sound that activates your fourth chakra is Yum. 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 Shifting your attention now up into your fifth chakra, your throat, the Vishuddha chakra, bringing in a gorgeous sky blue. It could be a topaz blue for you. Drinking in this place of expression, strengthening your voice. The sound that activates the Vishuddha chakra is hum. 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 Allowing your attention now to float into your sixth chakra. Some of it, we think of it as our third eye, directly in the center of our head, just in the middle of your brain. Yes, that very quiet place. Have you ever noticed that our intuition usually doesn't scream at us unless it's very necessary? It usually speaks as a whisper. The sixth chakra, the Ajna chakra, begin to bring into this place indigo, like the color of the midnight sky. Drinking in this indigo, floating in its space. Beautiful. The sound that activates your sixth chakra is shum. 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 Letting your attention now shift to the crown of your head. This is your seventh chakra. This is a point of connection, consciousness, where we circle back and realize all is all. We are all. Into this space, into the Sahasrara chakra, bringing in a violet color. The most beautiful, soft, violet light. The sound that activates the seventh chakra is Aum. 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 Take a deep breath in, inhale, hold, gently sigh it out. Another deep breath in, hold, breathing in a golden light of surrender, and just gently exhale it out. One last deep inhale in of this golden light. Hold, 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 hold. In your own time, let it go. Placing both hands over your heart. Think, imagine, or feel a beautiful ball, a golden sun sitting directly above your head. Allow as much of that golden energy as you would like to invite into your physical body and your space right now to begin to filter down through your entire system. You may just enjoy sitting under its rays. You may actually want to invite the sun all the way in and down. You do you today. This energy from this golden sun is a neutralizing energy that washes away any last minute residue and reconnects us to our own information. is your somatic system of bringing you back into the here and now, this place, this space, grounding us into a point of love. Love for yourself. For that's where we first and foremost must always reside. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and exhale audibly. Let it go. Move your fingers, your hands, your toes. Come back into your body, into your physical space. If you're sitting on a cushion, feel free to take that out from under you, or in your own time. Welcome back. Tell me, how are you feeling? How was that for you today? Whew. If you feel comfortable, drop that in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking, and I'd love to hear. I'd love to connect and really understand and see and witness with you your experience, because it's always different and will always be different. That's the beauty of it. And your experience could never be someone else's. You're on completely different paths. That's the profundity of life. We're all moving in one direction, but we may be walking different paths. We may be climbing different mountains, going through different valleys, forging different streams. I thought I was about to start a Rodgers and Hammerstein song or something. But it's true. So no matter where you are in your journey, it's not any more or less important or vital than anyone else around you. It's perfect because it's your journey. And we celebrate that. So if you'd like to share, I'd love to celebrate with you. As we start, I'll just tell you, I think the biggest thing that the bowls really spoke to today, there was one thing that really stuck out with me. So we really there were two things. The first thing was that we really kind of stuck in specific tonality, which just basically means we used these two bowls that we actually talked about at the beginning. This D, which connects us to our second chakra, which has a very similar energy to Venus. We begin to activate those same types of archetypes when we play this D bowl. And the E bowl, which connects us to that fire, the Manipura chakra, which is actually, the chakra actually relates to fire. The second chakra actually relates to, has water, to the water element. So we see that flow and that fluidity of beauty. Here in the third chakra, we see that fire, we see that connection. Mars, very strong Mars, and thus relates to Scorpio. So we had this Venus energy showing up that we had talked about, the sun conjuncting the moon and in Venus. We have the Mars energy showing up, that fire energy, which is Scorpio, which is what we're in, what we're dealing with, and that kind of moving between the two. The bowls wanted to use other notes to move energy around them. So they would always kind of establish in music what we would call tonality, but then they would bring in other notes around them to kind of help guide us on this journey. So that was kind of interesting. The other thing I thought was really interesting too is that halfway through I thought, this E-bowl was really speaking, and I thought, oh yeah, okay, here we're going to go. We're going to turn up the volume and go from a place of power. And I was like, no, we're not. And the bowl actually pulled back. And I was like, oh, okay, what? And actually asked if we approached the intensity with gentleness. And I thought that was so profound, because isn't that what surrender is? Whenever we expect ourselves to go to battle, we go head to head. Sometimes it's actually more effective when somebody comes to battle, we're like, okay. And we find a different way to approach this relationship, opportunity, connection, situation in a way that diffuses the situation. We don't have to lose the strength of who we are. In fact, there's actually more power in surrender. Some would argue it's very easy to be reactive. It's a lot more challenging to our human nature to say, let's come from a point of peace. How do we find that peace? And that's a whole other topic of conversation, which opens a litany of sub-conversations, which we should have at some time. But that was kind of what the bowls were talking about. So let's see what y'all had. I want to know what love. Why did that song come to my mind? I don't know. Hi, Beverly. Oh, sorry. I see Beverly joined us from London. Good to see you. So Tea Lady Nat, you were ready for the sound bath today. Your energy and vibration have been low. Yeah, the energy going on has been very intense. And you were talking about this whole too, these very contrasting energies. I think you had joined us at that point, at the beginning where we actually played these two bowls and you could see how one was starting to take over. So when anything like that goes out of balance and kind of pulls us off, you're right, it really does pull the energy low. So Sarah, good morning from Maryland. Your first visit. I'm so glad you were here. I hope it was a beautiful experience for you. And Carolina, you were calling out some calming energy for you today and your teen daughter. We're both Scorpios. She's going through some conflicts at school. Yeah. And you wanted to be able to help her out. Absolutely. I think anytime we can find balance, right? That no matter if we're a happy, calm, peaceful, loving, nurturing Cancer, or a very intense, deep, get to it Scorpio, or, the ever-climbing Capricorn, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever our constitution, it's balance. That's the beauty of it. Our constitution merely merely suggests how our natural proclivities of moving in a certain direction will unfold. It doesn't have anything to do with much else. You are the master of your fate. That means you make your destiny. You are not a victim of fate. You could be. I mean, you absolutely could be. That's a choice. That's totally a choice. And if that's what you want to do, cool. Another option could also be to become the victor of your fate, which turns you into the maker of your destiny. That sounds all profound and great. And I don't mean to at all. If your path is to experience this life from a point of a more passive approach, that's great too. That's totally one way to do it. Another option takes us in a more proactive way, reactive, proactive. You have to have both in this world for the universe to function. We have to have light and dark. We have to have night and day. We have to have up and down. So celebrate where you are. Just check and see if that's what serves you right now. And sometimes you may be mastering your destiny and you just need to give it a little chill and you kind of need to experience what the other side feels like. So it's always this ebb and flow. Carolina, Jeremy, I think you ache when she aches. Yeah, I could imagine. That. Our hearts are with you, ladies. It's all going to work out. It's all good. All is well. You got this, Mama. Beverly, good morning from London. Yes. Oh, we're so glad you were here. Love it, Tea Lady Nut. Carolina, just lifting you up. Dorothy, yep. Love it. I love it. Scorpio, Carolina, you guys are talking about lots of strong energies. Yeah, everything is magnified right now for you, totally. And there are some signs right now, the fixed signs. If you're a fixed sign, this transit will be a little more challenging for you too. So probably feeling it a little bit more. Yeah, I love how everybody's sharing your experiences. Jude, are the bowls entirely quartz? That's hard to imagine. 99.99% quartz, yeah. So quartz is used, obviously we know quartz is used in computers. It's used in, back in the day, the good old watches, or Timex or whatever we would wear. So quartz crystal actually has a huge amount of uses even today. And actually, the origin of the quartz crystal bowl came from the computer industry. There were byproducts from the quartz that they would use that they needed to do something with, and they thought, make it into different quartz products. And somebody was like, that's an interesting idea. And that's actually kind of one of the ways that these quartz crystal bowls sort of came into fruition. So yeah, that's what it is. Crazy, huh? And there's all different kinds of bowls. In fact, we have another set that'll be arriving here probably in a couple months, but they're completely transparent. So all shapes, sizes, makes, and models. So Beverly, Carolina, your message resonates with you. Similar situation with your beloved 16-year-old niece. She is your heart. Yes. Oh, I love this. See, it's all about the community. And you never know. Sometimes I feel like whenever we're going through times of challenge, we feel like we're on an island. We feel like we're all alone. Yet we never are. Right? So, bless you all for connecting. Hi, Martha. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Marthy's. Yes. Really cool. Really cool alphabet you use there for your handle. I love it. Carolina, yep, calling in the good vibrations for the younger ones and the older ones to be able to go through conflicts better that they do, and they may be able to go through their conflicts peacefully and learn. Amen and amen and amen. La alam amin amen. That's Aramaic for, basically I affirm everything that you've just said, and we're going to seal it with a big old fat, and so it is. It basically means, to this I add faith, to this I add trust, and to this I add, I think it's hope, faith, and trust. Now I need to look that up again. I'll tell you next time. Oh, why is my Aramaic mind slipping? But anyway, Jesus Christ said it, so I was like, this is pretty good. And actually, I just love the resonance and the vibration of it. I'm like, it's good enough for JC. It's good enough for Charlene. So we claim that with you. La alam, amin, amen. All this affirmation. Love it, love it, love it. Dana, you woke up with a tension headache in exactly that spot. Amazing. I wonder if that was also you I was feeling back there. I hope your headache's feeling better, Dana. That's not a fun place, is it? And it's also a lot of times where we do carry a lot of tension, especially from the base of the neck. So I pray that you find your healing in that. Hi, Victor. Good morning. Good to see you. How are you? Hi, and thank you so much for your donation, Victor. I appreciate that. It's nice to see you. I hope Olivia's doing well. Cheryl, I'm so sorry you had to leave. No worries. Need to drive to an appointment? Of course. You loved it. Oh, awesome. It was so beautiful and just what you needed this morning. Good, good. Thank you so much. My pleasure. P.S. I love your shirt. I have the same one that you bought at your daughter's. Yeah, perfect shirt for the new moon day. Absolutely. Namaste. I'll definitely look to for more of these. Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you. Yeah, your daughter's store. Yeah. They're, if anybody's wondering, it's Spiritual Gangster, which we love. So, very cool. Well, I hope you've had a great day. It's good to see you, Cheryl. Thanks for being here. Dana, well, the headache is definitely gone now. Yes! Yes! Well, my pleasure. Thanks so much. What a lovely session today. Beautiful. Excellent. It's amazing, too. So every session, the energy moves and people respond to very differently from your own unique place. And sometimes you will absolutely have very physical experiences, physical releases. Sometimes you'll have very otherworldly kind of experiences that maybe aren't as normal to you as physical experiences, or vice versa. Maybe you typically see the world here, and then you start to have physical experiences. So all is right, all is good. It's just I'm glad we can meet you where you are, and we try. The bowls were they were very specific today. They were very deliberate, which very exacting. So perhaps that's why. Suzanne, exactly what you needed. Thank you. Good. Monica, wow, that was amazing. Yay! Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. There's only so much that would happen here without you. So thanks for being here as well, too, because it's your energy that contributes to the overall process, the overall experience, and, of course, the healing. So thanks for being here. Thanks for making that happen. Anon, that was wonderful. Thank you. My pleasure. Very powerful. Good. Victor, you're feeling very relaxed. Cool t-shirt. I said it's because it's sparkly. I love it. Okay, great session. I listened while I worked. Okay, so I just heard from I whistle while you work from what's a Disney movie? I think is it Snow White? When you said that, sorry, squirrel. You listened while you worked, and it was nice to receive your art. Oh, good, Kay. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you were here. Aoife, beautiful, good, yay! Thank you so much, yay. Marthy's, you feel completely centered and gracefully peaceful. Amen and amen and amen. I love it. So good, so good. Doug, whole energy body feeling charged up and clear. And I love that. Amazing. Carolina, that was amazing. Good, good. Oh, I'm so glad. Good, good, good. Tanya, Win, sorry. Amazing and powerful. Thank you so much. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm glad you were here. Thanks for joining us. Carolina, thank you. My pleasure. Tanya, thank you for being here. It was beautiful. Good. I'm glad that was good for you. Carolina, emotions stirred up. Yeah. That's what happens when we dive. That's what happens in Scorpio season. You got to keep going. Go, 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 go. Otherwise, if you don't go, it's just going to stay stuck. And Scorpio's all about, no. We're going to get down to business. Let's get this done. I'm tired of this. We got to bring this to light. Scorpios are the natural investigators of the zodiac. So you can think about, you're kind of like investigating your own, I don't want to say crime scene, but your own scene that you want to shed light on. You want to find information. So Scorpios are like, no, we're going to keep going. What are the clues? What are the clues? What are the clues? And it's not always the most pleasant journey. Like Libra, very balanced. We're finding all this peaceful space. Or, Sagittarius, this wandering kind of creative sojourn on a journey. Or Aquarius, it's all about like social justice and good, the good for all. Scorpio's like, no, you are going to work you. So... Oh, good luck to all of us. It's until November 23rd. We got a month. We can make it. We can do this. This is good. It only comes but once a year. But what a powerful time. So, Dana, climb every mountain. Exactly, you knew it. Thank you. Ileana, very powerful. Thank you. My pleasure, my pleasure. Kate, such a beautiful experience. Good. Oh, I'm so glad that was good for you, Kate. I think Dorothy was saying something. Sorry, there's lots of comments popping, so we're going back and forth. Perfect for you. Excellent, Dorothy. Solar plexus seemed to be balanced and aligned. Good. Your color was yellow amber, like the ones you have from Poland. I wonder if Ola had anything to do with that. Amazing. Oh, that's so cool. I love. Thank you for sharing that. Beverly, you feel cleansed and deeply relaxed. Calm. Oh, beautiful, Beverly. Beautiful, beautiful. I pray for you and your niece. It's good stuff. Jeanette, thank you. That's perfect. My pleasure. I'm glad that was good. Suzanne, this is so interesting when you brought up the space behind the head and top and back of the neck. That was exactly where my attention had been focusing. Yep. To release, because I have some pain and neck issues, was really able to release the pain. Amen. That's fantastic. I also, I'm just kind of being shown, there's something too in the sacrum for you. So whenever we think about the spine, and we actually think about the old, there's an old adage, as above, so below. And it's attributed to a lot of different people, but the one, the easiest one to say is Thoth, with the brilliant Egyptian scholar and mystic of sorts. If you don't know who he is, look it up. But this idea of as above, so below. And we see that pattern happening all throughout nature. It happens in the body as well. So a lot of times if you're getting body work, like really good intense body work done on your neck, sometimes you'll start to feel your sacrum or your hips start to relax and rebalance in a different way, or vice versa. So, for you, I just had this image of finding relaxation in your low back and your hips, as well as being able to kind of help finish grounding out, kind of like in this upper hip area, those points of pain. So maybe there's something there, whether it's for now, whether it's for later, maybe it's for somebody else. Actually, anything's possible, right? So, but thank you for sharing that. So beautiful, so beautiful. Vanessa. Oh, I love your hearts. Yay, yellow hearts. Yellow's the color of the day. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Jeremy's giving me notes to make sure I know what I'm doing. I love all these. Jane, yin and yang. Yeah, exactly. That's spot on. We really had those two kind of polar opposite balancing energies coming out. City gratitude, Charleene. Lots of released and still releasing. Good, good, good. Oh, and your green heart. And the dancing Carolina with their red hearts. Love it. Suzanne, Caroline, I hear your daughter is 20, but the high school years are really challenging. Michelle, me too, Carolina. She's Virgo and you're an emotional Pisces. Yeah, it's can be kind of a challenging time for sure. It's amazing too. I find that the life that we choose. So, Don, you have a teenage daughter who's a Scorpio as well. Whew. And she's been having problems with her deep emotions. Yeah. Well, good for her. You know what I've been told, because I'm not a parent, except of cats, which you probably heard. The greatest gift we can ever give in a relationship is that of our own balance. Because when we can show up in a balanced state, that allows us to stay in love, that allows us to stay in flow, that allows us to stay in. It's not an acceptance as in, a resignation. It's an acceptance, it's an understanding. It's also a neutrality, which is what we get here when we really work from the sixth chakra. You know, a lot of times people are like, oh, you need to work from your heart. The challenge is when we work from our hearts is that we kind of start to leave residue with and around other people. It's just kind of how the energy centers work. There's nothing wrong with it. This could be very different, parent to child. So I will not speak to that relationship. But when you're working with someone who is not your direct responsibility, it's a much easier way to work if you actually work from your sixth chakra, because it allows us to stay neutral. We see the love. You can experience the compassion. You witness it, but you don't have to get stuck in these corded spots. You can say, you know what? I love you enough, and I love myself enough to understand these responsible boundaries. So I share that in case that's helpful as well. But, the flow, really connecting with that, with those that we love the most. It's very valuable. So good luck on those journeys. So, Jeremy, where are we? Sorry, I kind of just went off. Yeah, Alex from China. Love your voice and sharing. Oh, thank you so much, Alex. That's very kind. Feeling the gentle love from the new moon right now. Yeah. It's interesting because there still is this very sweet gentleness. Everything on a new moon sort of slows down. And then whenever it starts to come back to light, life begins again, right? There's this ebb and flow of the energy, and we're kind of at this point of stillness. And interestingly enough, the moon was completely new. I think it was about 8 a.m., so right before we started the session. So we're just starting to come into a little bit of motion, even still in the darkness of the moon. But then you have all the other stuff going on, so there's still, you're right, there is that gentle sweetness. That's when we can tap into both. Makes it a little bit easier. Anon, check out Susie Sanders on IT. She's an amazing sound healer too. That's awesome. Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's so great. Yeah, there's so many wonderful ways to reconnect to your own healing. Whatever works for you, you find that and you do it and you go with it and see where it takes you. And it may take you somewhere else, and it may take you another place, and it may take wherever it leads. That's the journey. So it's an honor to be a part of that journey, and I'm sure Susie's a rock star too. That's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to check her out. Oh, Marthy's, yes, thank you. Of course, Dawn. Oh, pleasure, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Caroline, thank you. Charleene and community, sending you love. Absolutely. Lori, hi, Lori. Good to see you. Thank you for the reminder about us all being connected. Yeah, you work at home and sometimes find it's easy to feel like an island, and yet you never are. We love you, Lori. No man is an island. Caroline, and thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah. Marthy's, you're a fixed sign and feel very tired today and lethargic. The crystal singing bowls helped feel uplifted, aligned, and gracefully peaceful within. I love that. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Perfect and wonderful. Good. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing. Jojo, your heart's definitely moved. Good. Sending much love and gratitude. Glad you were here, Jojo. Good to see you. Shondell, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. And if you donated and for some reason I haven't called your name, sometimes it doesn't always pop up in the feed for whatever reason. And y'all probably know that. It just happens sometimes on Insight Timer. We always receive it, and I thank you so much for that. So I appreciate it. Monica, where are we located, or how can we find you online? I absolutely love your energy. You're so sweet. The easiest way to find me online is actually if you go to, on Insight Timer, pop over to my teachers page. You can go to my website, and it's listed there, so you can just click, or you can just go to charleene.com. Find out everything you need to know. And it is spelled a little differently. Our sweet Charleene from South Carolina, my mom got a little excited when she added E's to my name, so I have lots of E's. So Kay, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Lori, beautiful, calming, and grounding. Good. Dawn, perfect alignment for your 5th day of your shamanic initiation today. Well, and this is the perfect time for that too. Scorpio is all about that connection into the shaman, the mystic, the intuitive as well. So have fun, brother. Gonna be good. Gonna be good. Beverly, you're still here. Yeah, good. We're saying hi. Oh, when she greeted you. I love it. That's awesome. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Suzanne, spot on about the sacral area, hips and low back. Old injury there. But that is my go-to place to release everything. Isn't that interesting how we have experiences in our physical body? That's all I'm going to say about that one, because, again, a whole other rabbit hole. But we have experiences in our physical body. Do with that as you may. Carolina, being in your own balance and harmony. That's so perfect. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it is. You got to put on your breath mask first, right? And it always sounded weird any time I hear it on a plane. I'm always like, but I want to help others. But reality is that then what good are you? So, it's true though. Marthy's, you use your 3rd chakras, and it's very powerful to help you align and visualize your inner desires. Absolutely. So the chakras work. They work generally the same for everyone. However, everyone will experience the chakras in their own unique ways. So if what Marthy's has just shared doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. It doesn't have to. There's nothing wrong with you. Depending on our constitutions, how we're made up. Sometimes we need more fire. Sometimes we need more earth, we need more grounding. Sometimes we need more air to activate. So we will utilize different chakras that connect to these different types of energy movements throughout our physical system, and thus our energy bodies. So it's perfect. And yeah, the 3rd chakra generally, that's the seat of power right there. So I love that. Helps you visualize your inner desires. Totally. Yep. And for some people, they may experience that in their 6. We're all unique. I love that. Victor, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, I do have lots of E's, don't I? I know. Sarah, I've been feeling the intensity in the air and in my body, but something really connected when you mentioned the space behind my head. Helped me to remember to listen and trust my inner truth. Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. Oh, and now this is a commercial for Flow. I forgot I left my water in here. I apologize. So you were connecting to the inner truth. Yep, with the back of your head. You felt at peace now. Good. Lately for me, the noise outside has been very distracting, and you were doubting yourself a lot. And now I remember that everything is just a moment and nothing is permanent. Thank you for helping us to go back to our point of centers. Well said, Sarah. Well said. That's the conundrum of life, right? That's what makes the beauty, the joy, and the sorrow. Nothing is permanent. This too shall pass. We only say that in the times that are challenging. But when we can honestly say, in the times of joy, this too shall pass. It brings us to a point, in Sanskrit, it's called driti. It's a steadiness. It's one of the yamas. The yamas are kind of like, you kind of liken them to the 10 Commandments of our inner selves. How you want to stay aligned, you want to really show up in the world to yourself and for yourself. That's how you move in here. And this steadiness, this idea of this driti that keeps us in a place of equanimity where we can accept the good and the bad. We understand that the bad comes because we've had good. We understand that because we have good, we'll have to also experience the other side. It's what we do with those experiences that create our life, our reality. So well said, Sarah. Thank you for sharing that. Those were truly beautiful words. Doug, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Martha, thank you for the beautiful experience. Good. Of your third eye experience. I love that. So amazing. Oh my gosh, we also have a ton of YouTube comments today. Hi, Red Baron. Hey, Wolfie, good to see you. It's 3 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. Well, glad you were here. Good to see you, my friend. SP Moran. I tried looking forward to seeing it in Britain, but it got cloudy. Oh, the eclipse, yeah. But you've seen many eclipses. I'm glad you were here, Susan. Glad you were here. Yeah. So I guess the eclipse. This eclipse is actually only a partial eclipse. The next eclipse that'll happen will be a total lunar eclipse, and that'll be happening here in a couple of weeks. So fasten those seatbelts. Wolfie, you asked, what frequency can help with your depression? That's a very, very long conversation. I'm happy to have that with you. If you want to reach out to me directly, we can do that. Because here's the thing with frequencies. A lot of times we ascribe that there's a singular frequency to assist in a singular pursuit. Sometimes that can be the case. However, your body is completely unique and based on a lifetime of experiences that another body is not based on. So there are frequencies that exist in your body that are organized in specific patterns in certain ways that can benefit from release based on certain patterns of frequencies. They could be a singular frequency or they could be multiple frequencies. So your prescription for a certain situation, in this case you were talking about depression, might be very different than for someone else's. So that's the caveat. Generally, let me look at you. So a lot of times depression will become as a sitting down, a stifling of energy. What energy is what would we use to combat something that stifles? We would use a fire element, right? We want to ignite. We got to move stuff around, right? So sometimes when we do that, that's enough to move depression out. So if we were looking just for a single one-pointed focus of what might help me start to feel better, what might help to start to shift some of this energy, I would suggest that you may start working around an E, and you may want to work in and out of tonality. So if you're going to work with, you could work with a single pitch. This pitch likes you. There's a pulsating about it. You could also work, so here's a minor modality, and you'll experience a certain sensation with that. Here's a major modality. See how the energy lifts in one, in the major, and in the minor, it kind of sits into it. So what you're experiencing will be completely unique to you. There's also other modalities you can look in here, so we could actually... So we have a diminished, a double diminished. Like, there's a lot of ways we could play around with. You could play around with figuring out how to kind of tap into this energy, because depending on where you are, you may feel as though you need you may need a soothing vibration to sit into. You may find that you need a stimulating vibration to lift you out. So if you're going to pick one, start here. It's a really, really good bet. Oops, sorry. That was my bad. Thanks for asking. And Victor, you popped over on YouTube as well. I love it. I love it. Hi, meat boy. You're going through a tough time lately. Yeah, feeling alone and trapped, like an ant trapped in a shoe. Heart and mind have been troubled. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in the sky right now. So, like we were talking about, anytime that we can find ways to return ourselves to this point of center. Sometimes we have to get out of the story. Sometimes we're like, oh, well, I feel this way because. The because is great. Sometimes it helps us wrap our brains around why we're feeling something. But sometimes we just live in the story. And then what do? We wind up repeating the same story, the same vibration over and over and over, because you live in it. Right now, during an eclipse, it is a truly powerful time because basically in a span of about 2 hours, the moon will cycle through essentially the fullness of what she cycles through in 28 days. So anything that happens during this time, this solar eclipse time, is truly powerful and it's magnified. So the more you think on certain things, the more that feeling is intensified, magnified, and prolonged. So I would encourage you right now, if there's find something. It could be as tiny as my cat makes me smile. It could be something as simple as, you know what, I can hold the door for somebody, and even if they don't even recognize that I held the door for them, I'm going to choose to feel just a little bit of joy because I feel like I did a good thing. I don't care if anybody else recognizes it. Doesn't matter. That's them. This is me. However tiny or small, if you can get in and just find that nugget and sit in that feeling and keep going back to that feeling, especially right now, it'll begin to pull you out of this place in a way, because right now the energy is so magnified in this eclipse. So I hope that helps. And you're not alone. You're never alone. You got this. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Bonnie. Oh, we're so glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Yes, Wolfie, we'll see you soon. Hi, Shinji. Good to see you. It was very relaxing for you. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad that we have such wonderful friends and community showing up on multiple platforms. You know, we're so glad to be able to connect and be with you where you are. We're happy to be on YouTube. Obviously, we love our YouTube friends, and for our Insight Timer friends who are joining us here on this meditation platform, if you are like, oh, I want to go back and I want to revisit that experience or something, that's now, as soon as we push end, this will now live in perpetuity over on YouTube, so you can access it anytime you wish. Lynn, I'm so glad you were here on Insight Time. It was your first time. That's amazeballs. Thanks for being here. What a time to be here. I hope it was enjoyable. I pray that you have a really, really beautiful day. And for you all, I'd just like to cover you in blessings, cover you in love. No matter what it is that you face, know that whenever you find your true alignment, your true north always comes through. So surrender to the process. Surrender to this time of transformation, because you are safe, you are powerful, and you are so very, very, very loved. Until we meet again, my friends, be well. I'll see you soon. Sat Nam.